Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first of our high school spring concert series. This is actually the very first time that any of us are seeing this ensemble for the very first time. This is the Wilson High School Wind Ensemble, or aptly named the WWE. So the Wilson Wind Ensemble has been rehearsing just this spring, Friday afternoons for about 90 minutes each time. And it wasn't each time. We probably had I'd say about 10 to 12 total rehearsals. And the first piece that you heard was Tricycle by Andrew Boyson, or sorry, not Tricycle, Time Streams after Tricycle. You'll get the joke tomorrow if you come to the concert. So Andrew Boyson Jr. actually wrote two pieces called Tricycle and After Tricycle, of which we're playing the more difficult version of that called Time Streams. So I'd like to first, there's a few omissions from the program. Some of the names, it's been kind of weird, like people in and out the door, like we're just rehearsing just those Friday afternoons, so some people can make it, some people can't. In flute, we also have Heidi Ding. In the French horn section, we got Robin Kraft, and percussion, Micah Hollick. Helping out from faculty is Mr. Owen Farrell. We like to have some help out. I tried to get some more help in my trumpet sections, but all my trumpet friends were like, nah, I'm all right. So the trumpet section's been doing great tonight. So, like I said, this is the very first time that you're hearing this ensemble. This is completely voluntary. I'm really, really proud of these students who just want to do more band. So, as we're going to do that, we're going to play some more band. Please enjoy our next tune, Julie Giroux's Radiant Shadows. So as you can tell, that's both in terms of difficulty, length, texture, and sound. That's a really, really hard piece. It's about 7.5 minutes straight of really, really powerful, slow music, and we all know as musicians that that's some of the hardest things to do. So we've been working on that one really, really hard, and I'm really, really proud of that. Before we play our last tune, I do want to spend some time to recognize any of our folks up on stage who were either part of one of our county ensembles or district, region, or all state. Could you please stand up? Please, please, please stand up. Look at all these folks. Yeah, I think this is probably the thing that tells us as educators that, one, that the community around us and both ourselves and the people in this ensemble are doing the right things. If we're getting recognized at different levels, county, state, even All East and at national levels. So All East was Adam Underwood. He's played up in Rochester, New York. And then Benjamin Small up at the national, you went to DC, right? The national ensemble. He's the tenor sax player in the entire country. One of the best tenor sax players in the entire country. So we have some of the best musicians here in our state. So again, I'm super proud of all these students. It's been a pleasure over the past year. I know that every time I go home, I'm worrying to myself, like, you know, what does the first year look like? What does the ideal first year look like? And if you come to the concert tomorrow, I'll probably talk to you more about it. But I think that the proper first year, the ideal first year, is one that kids are having fun and they all want to come back and do this again. So obviously, these students are the embodiment of that. So I thank them very much. And our last tune will be David Maslanka's Illumination. Counting how many ums I say. I'm at 17 apparently. 18. All right, please sit tight. We're going to have the Wilson High School String Quartet going to be playing some music while we get changed over to the orchestra. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Please come over to the concert tomorrow where we'll have jazz ensemble and concert band. Thank you very much.
All right, good evening. My name is Kelly Kuhn. I am the orchestra director at Wilson High School. Our first selection this evening was Appalachian Daybreak, although I have called it a number of different things throughout the course of the year. Appalachian Sunrise, Appalachian Sunset, like pretty much anything, but never Daybreak. So I have to confess something. The program has so many errors in it, and it is no one's fault but mine. So I'm just gonna own up to all of them right now. First of all, the winner tonight is Helen Clark, because Helen's kid is missing from the program completely. So Lyd Haggerty Clark is a violin too and should be in there. So Helen, I love you, and I owe you a personalized program. Okay, I've known Helen for a long time. So, sin number 2. I forgot to list all of the quartet members and soloists in this concert. So, you heard from our quartet down front, whom I am so very proud of, who did all of that work collaboratively together without me. Hayden Lenato on cello, Alex Ferenchik on violin, that was, okay, see, now we're on to number 3 already. Alex was playing the viola, Sindura Schroeder on violin, and Bella Vitalis on violin. So, yay! Stand up there and there. Man. So, I'm gonna get to this later, but these 4, it's no accident that they were good, because they are all state and all East musicians, which is like a huge accomplishment for us at Wilson, to have that many students go on to all state and all East. And they weren't the only ones, but just like, they didn't just pop out of nowhere. Like, they are phenomenal. So our next selection is my personal favorite. Not that I'm playing favorites, but I really love Emerald Melodies. And I feel like you kind of owe me after this morning. Ooh, we had a dress rehearsal, let me tell you. So we're gonna play Emerald Melodies for you next, and we hope you enjoy it. Okay, sin number 4. I omitted Bella Vitalis and An Tran from the names of the solos in the program. So they will be featured next. I'm going to step off stage so that this is all about the two of them. An will be making his way around shortly. And then after their piece, we will be welcoming our friends who play woodwind, brass, and percussion for our final 2 pieces. we have to do a little finagling so we all fit. So just bear with us for one moment. I don't know about you, but I'm holding my breath as the stands are going back. It's not like they're all holding like $800 boxes of wood or anything with with strings and bridges that could just fall over. Okay, so this is gonna be a little long, I'm sorry. I have a lot of really cool people up here to acknowledge. So, we're gonna start with acknowledging our festival goers, then I'm gonna talk seniors, and some general other thanks, and that's our plan. So, I'm gonna do the county festivals first. In Berks County, we have this fabulous organization called the Music Educators of Berks County, and they host festivals they do a 6th grade festival, band, orchestra, and vocal. They do a junior county festival, which is grades 7, 8, and 9. Some of these are 9th graders. And then they do a senior county festival. So our junior county attendees, I'm gonna call their names. I want you to stand as I call your name, and please hold your applause until I get to the end of junior county, and then we'll do the same for senior county. So for junior counties, okay, I'm trying to remember if I have wind players. These are the strings. Jinlin Chen, Alyssa Zwang, Amy Tran, Ava Sensenig, Nate Messiger, and William Frenchick. All right. For senior counties, Lillian Glaze, Isabella Vitalis, Sindura Shridhar, Alexander Frenchick, Hayden Lenato, Jenny Shao, Anjana Gopal, Alex Grassley, Penn Hoffert, Olivia Hulls, and now I'm gonna go into the winds and percussion. So we had Connor Hassan, Megan Kramer, Amaris Robles, Adam Underwood, and now I'm starting to get worried. Oh, Selena Wu is a violist. Didn't catch that earlier when I was checking this. Tanisha Purohit. I think that's everyone. Just yell at me. No? Oh, Ben Small's hiding behind Adam. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Jill Graham. Okay, do we get them all? Now you can give them a round of applause. All right. This leads me to sin number 5, or 6, or 7, and that is that Adam Underwood there's just, kids up here like to learn how to play multiple instruments, and it gets out of control. And if these are your children, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So Ben Small is the usual culprit, but sometimes it's Alex, and in this case, it's actually Adam Underwood, who moonlights as a piccolo player, even though he's really, in real life, a bassoonist and a saxophonist and literally everything else. So he's playing piccolo, but I didn't put that in the program. Hence, sin 5, 6, 7. Sin 8 is that Micah Hollick snuck into the percussion section, and I wanted to properly acknowledge him because he wasn't in the program either. So there's 8. I don't know if we're gonna get to 10 or not. All right. 4, it could happen. District Orchestra. Okay, we're gonna do it differently. We're gonna start with All East Orchestra. So this is like the ultimate accomplishment. Bam, here. Like you have to qualify for states, and then once you qualify in the state of Pennsylvania, you have to submit yet another audition to go on to All East. And the 2 students who we had like a long road trip to Rochester, New York. I went all in one day, up and back. It was Adam Underwood who was going for All East Band, and then Bella Vitalis for All East Orchestra. So please stand up, the 2 of you. It's unthinkable. Like 2 kids going to All East, that's such an accomplishment. All right, now so for the rest of the PMEA festivals, we're going in reverse order, and I will add people as we go. DBG, take notes. This is like a super streamlined way to get all these people. So, at States this year, breaking a record of strings going, we had, no last names, Hayden, Alex, stand up quickly, Penn, Adam for wind ensemble, but qualified from region orchestra, and Tanisha. Okay. Joining them at regionals was, let's see, Sindura. Good, you stood. Joining them at districts was Ben, Megan, and Megan. Ben and Megan. And Bella. Now you can give them a round of applause. It's been an expensive year. So, you can sit back down. Now, the seniors. Very important group of people they are. These are my senior string players, but I'm gonna acknowledge the winds too, and the percussion. So these are my strings first, though. Olivia Hulls, Beefy, 031, Bree, stand up, arrows, Alyssa Baitoff, Isaiah Cassius, Nyani Holt, Juan Mora, Alexis Hoffman, Mariah Texter, Elias Parisi, Ben Small, George Williams, Bella Vitalis, and now I'm jumping over to my wins. Okay, Jill Graham, Emily Brown, Ben Small, well, I already called him, I guess. Mateo, you're a senior, right? Where'd he go? No? Yes? Zane, I know, but isn't it? No? Are you gonna stand up? Stand up, good. Zane Beakey, thank you. We already called George and Evan Croteau. So, give them a round of applause, then I'm gonna talk about them. These are some survivors up here, as are you. So, oh, now you're gonna sit down, you're like, you know, she's going in for it. So, normal 9th grade year, they came in, we're rolling along merrily, and bam, it's March. And some of them did not check into all of my Google Meets and whatnot, and that's fine, I forgive you. But they came back the next year, most of them came back the next year. And in our hybrid schedule, we really bonded, talking of our traumas of the pandemic and schoolwork in a hybrid setting. And in spite of the fact that they were in classes of maybe 7 or something, they persevered and they kept working. And when we came out of that, as with them as juniors, they were ready and raring to go when we were all together again. And without that consistency, like, we would have had nothing to be ready to go with. So their junior year, we got to take a trip to Disney. And that finally felt so normal. And it was so beautiful to see their faces, to be able to make music, to go to the clinic. And last year was just lovely. This year has been a little bit different. We have 2 periods of orchestra. And most of my seniors are in second period, with the exception of Olivia. Yeah. And so that kind of has created some other challenges. We got to go on a really awesome trip this year to Sweeney Todd, to see Sweeney Todd. That was one of our seniors' ideas. Had she not brought it up, we would not have gone or even known it was happening. But no, we would have known. But when I look at this beautiful group of people with diverse interests, we have athletes, we have artists among us, and I mean, they're all artists, but like physical artists. And some of them, you know, persevered through all of those years throughout high school. Some of them, you know, didn't actually start out in high school and then kind of joined us later. Some of them, you know, after their freshman year, they were like, you know what, I need a little break from this, but then they're back. And it's a fine group of leaders that have really put us in a good place, and they are just amazing people, and I know they will really go far. So one more round of applause for the senior class. Do you want to have it? They thought they were going to do this earlier when I just wanted them to tune.
Hi, I'm Isabella Vitalis, and I'm with Alyssa Baitoff, Bree Barrows, Nyani Holt, and Mariah Texter, and we're all seniors. And we just want to thank Mrs. Kuhn for everything she's done for us since freshman year. Mrs. Kuhn, thank you for everything you've done for us. You're not only our teacher, but you're our friend. Thank you for making orchestra such a safe place for us. And you always want to listen to our stories, and you even picked up some of our slang. We enjoyed spending time with you during orchestra and school trips alike, like Disney and the Sweeney Todd trip. And I enjoyed going to orchestra festivals with you and going on fast food runs. And she even drove us 5 hours to Rochester and back in the same day, which is really great. And I love how we sometimes run into each other at Dunkin' every morning because we both need a pick-me-up. So we're gonna miss you a lot, Mrs. Kuhn.
I'm gonna try my best not to mess this up, and hopefully I don't cry. Hi, my name's Alyssa. First of all, I just want to start off by thanking Mrs. Kuhn for making the Sweeney Todd trip happen. I brought the idea up to her around November, and she said she would bring it to the school board, and she made that dream come true, so she was able to do that for us. It was wonderful. Definitely my favorite memory of senior year.
We saw Josh Groban.
We did. So throughout my entire high school career, she's basically been like a second mom to me. She would listen as I talked her ear off about drama that just continued to occur. Believe me when I tell you, I had a news story every single day. She's been there for me through heartbreaks, the death of loved ones, college decisions, friends that come and go, and still continues to stand by me and check in as if I were one of her own kids. Though I don't have all the time in the world, I hope this small speech can help shine a light on how amazing and strong this beautiful woman really is, and just how much recognition she deserves. Mrs. Kuhn, I know we will all miss you endlessly as you've been a best friend to all of us. Thank you for a wonderful 4 years.
Hi, I'm Bree, and while Mrs. Kuhn has gone on and on about her sins for the night, I want to talk about how amazing she is, because our freshman year is when COVID-19 pandemic started and everything went on lockdown, and somehow this woman over here made orchestra still fun even though it was virtual. We played categories, we played Pictionary. She even had to get multiple periods of orchestra to work together to come together even tonight, even years after that happened to us. So I want her to know that we see everything she does and we love her so much. Just like Alyssa said, she is like a second mom to us. You can talk to her about anything, and she has no judgment whatsoever. She gives amazing insight, and she needs to know that we appreciate everything she does, especially this year, with her main colleagues leaving and having so much on her plate by herself. She carried the music department this year, low-key. Like, she has been here and she has stood her ground, and I am so proud of her.
Okay, I'm gonna keep this really nice and simple, because I'm sure that we can all go on and on and on about how amazing you are. But I know I speak for all of us, everyone in the music department, that we love you very much. And I'm gonna miss you a lot. I'm gonna be really honest about that. So yeah.
Hello, as for someone who's in second period, as well as some of these lovely folks in here, it is very chaotic second period. Let's be honest. There's a whole rotation of band, choir, orchestra, and somehow with 2 periods of both, we all maintain sanity at some point, as well as a lot of effort, and we just want to say that it couldn't be done the same way if anyone else taught it. So thank you.
This is a baton. This is so great. I saw the box and I was. So this could not, all of this, the wind ensemble, which was fabulous, fabulous. Please give them another round of applause as well. We were grooving backstage to Illuminations. Like, it was really awesome. Or Illumination. Is there an S? No S. Okay. So no S. But our music department at Wilson could not flourish without the support of our fantastic administration. School board, our superintendent, our assistant superintendents, and our building level administration here at the high school. We see their faces at concerts, And I just cannot, I've been at Wilson for my whole career, and I cannot fathom being anywhere else because I have felt so supported in this district. Whenever there's something that we want to do, it's like, okay, well, how can we make that happen? Yes, please give these kids this opportunity. And I know that it's not that way everywhere. So it's just something to be so thankful for as a community. Our final piece tonight, we're going to leave you with something dark, but it's really exciting. Warrior Legacy. And have a wonderful evening.